there we go. I can hear it now.
Oh, great.
Okay, so now that I've explained everything to non-working audio, we'll go back and explain it again. Just going through some of the flag sets, some of the flags for this seed. It's a K1 seed, so our key items will be in their normal locations. No moon bosses or summon monsters to kill for those key items. Pass is going to be in a shop, but one of the interesting things is this is going to be a C3 seed, so the characters we find are the characters we're going to get. So there's not going to be any character swapping. So it's good to see a good solid white mage here at the beginning in Rosa. And then just the other variant that we've got here is the Forge the Crystal. So normally when you find the Adamant and the Legend Sword, you would take that down to Kokol, the blacksmith in the underground, and he would give you an Excalibur. But in this, the Excalibur replaces the crystal in the key item pool, and you will now have to take the Adamant and the Legend Sword down to Kokol, and he will forge the crystal for you. Looks like Dr. Cossack has found Porum, which is the White Mage twin, at Mount Hobbs, but has run into Wyvern. So I'm surprised he didn't know about that, considering this is an optional fight, but he's probably just going to take it to the face and wipe at this point. Yep, and there's that final nuke from Wyvern, so that's an unfortunate wipe. Oh, and he didn't save before going in, so that's going to be a 4 to 5 minute time loss there, as he has to start over. That explains why he went for it. Fendez running into the same thing, and I didn't see if he happened to save. He's going for it, so we'll see. Meanwhile, AgentZero in Antlion Cave, and Konkers is in Kaipo. Just checking out what the shops have available. And okay, and we've got Fusoya up here in the Baron Inn, guarded by an unknown moon boss. And AgentZero has run into Rubicant in the Antlion Cave. And he counters all physical attacks with a Fire 2 cast, but this is a low magic damage spot, so those aren't going to hurt too bad. And Fendez finding Wyvern at Mount Hobbs, and he's going to be taking those nukes to the face, and he finally just nopes out. And we've got a hook seed, finding the hook in the Antlion Cave. So what that means is the hook is going to be our underground access via the Eblin Cave. Now, unless we happen to find the magma key, because this is still pretty early, there's still several key item locations that can show up here before we head underground. But we'll have to go through the Eblin Cave to get underground. And that's more of a late game location, so depending on what boss is there, that could end up being quite the roadblock for these players. Surprised to see these players trying to bang their head against Wyvern this early. Fendez and drcossack both going up against Rubicant. And Konkers is heading into the Antline Cave. And Fendez gets his hook. As well as drcossack. Answering a question in chat, no, they do not have random health values. They will retain all of the stats for the boss location they are at, but the boss mechanics will remain the same for the boss that they are. So Rubicant, even in the antlion spot you saw, will still counter physical attacks with fire too, but still remains, but has the strength and magic values for that spot, as well as the health point pool. So for people who know, the values of certain of those stats for those bosses, it can be a real advantage. For example, King of Baron, the Kainazo spot only has 4,000 hit points. So knowing that, you can determine exactly how best to go about that boss, no matter what boss is there. And it looks like AgentZero is in Fabul, finding the evil wall, and just proceeding along that. And drcossack is in Massidia. And it looks like Fendez did get through Wyvern and picked up Porum, the White Mage. So double White Mage duty. We'll see if they find Artemis bow and arrows, turn Rosa into an archer. It's definitely a possibility. If not, ooh, there's the heroine robe. That's one piece of the puzzle. Answering another question in chat. Characters will join the party at the same level with the same stats that they join in the vanilla game. So no matter how late in the game it is, if you find Rydia, for example, she will join at level 1 with her 30 hit points. And their leveling curves remain the same. Dr. Cossack getting his Fabul defense started here, and we'll find his evil wall. AgentZero heading into Silvaria, checking out the shops here. Meanwhile, Fendez and Konkers just doing some inventory management. And Konkers heading into his Fabul defense. AgentZero heading up Mount Ordeals at this point. When we'll see, this will have 3 bosses here, and once completed, Tella will gain all of his spells, but still be the useless old man that he is. And Cecil will turn from a Dark Knight into a Paladin, and that's if either one of those characters are in this seed. And as is tradition, I fully expect, since it's a C3 seed, that we will find either Edward or Tella for our group. Oh, and we've got Plague here in the Vanilla Mylon spot. This will be an interesting fight. This seed is not being kind to our runners here in the beginning. And there's the pass here in Mysidia. AgentZero picking that up. The pass will grant us direct access from Troya directly to the final boss. So depending on where either the Adamant or the Legend Sword is, well, either way they have to go underground so that will give us a quick free path to the final fight. You'll see that come into play later. And Dr. Cossack is heading into his Baron Inn fight and finding the Lunar Dragon fight. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about their mechanics here, as this first spot has very low hit point total. And it's going to be split between the two, so he'll be able to burn right through it, as you see. And the water hag for the second. So this is actually a really good stroke of luck. The water hag fight is actually one of the easiest ones, because 3 hits, no matter where it is, and it's dead. Fusoya is in the end can be slightly is widely considered a really good mage, but does have his limitations because of his limited MP pool. Stuck at 190 MP no matter what, no matter how many levels you get him. The only way to increase that is via Soma drops, which add 10 mana points. And it looks like Konkers is heading into the Eblan Cave. Going to see who the character is there, and we'll get to see who's going to be our roadblock boss. Fusoya is there as well, and it'll be Dr. Luge, who's going to be in the Rubicon spot. Answering another question in chat, move speed is increased for this run, just a quality of life changed here, just to make things move a little bit faster. I don't know exactly by how much. I want to say probably just doubled, but I don't know that one for sure. Fendez going through his Baron in fight. And Dr. Cossack cleaning out the basement of Troya Castle, finding his Earth Crystal. With the Earth Crystal, I fully expect Dr. Cossack to be heading up to the Tower of Zot. Now, since we've got Fusoya in our group here, I will go ahead and explain one of the other flags that we've got going here, and that is our Fusoya Challenge flag. So, as you can see, Fusoya only has 900 hit points and a very limited selection of spells, and that will increase per boss kill. He'll get 100 hit points and random 3 spells up until he's got his full 1900 hit points and his full complement of spells. And it looks like AgentZero is going to be taking out some easy bosses to get Fusoya some quick spells and hit points. This is a fairly common strategy when you have an early Fusoya, just to get him some quick spells and hit points. Meanwhile, Fendez is clearing out chests in the Eblan Cave, finds the trap chest. And Dr. Cossack finding the trap chest in the Tower of Zot. Now, these trap chests are important because they have they pull from the same treasure pool as from one higher tier up as the setting from the flag setting. But since this is the T4 seed, which means it's you can find basically any treasure in any treasure chest. It will also pull from the T4. you're guaranteed to get a higher quality of treasure from those. Although you can still find some duds every once in a while. And looks like Dr. Cossack has found Ogopogo in the Magus Sister spot, and those big waves do 25% of maximum health total each. So, like I said, that big wave is going to be percent HP damage. So, shouldn't be too bad as long as he can keep the heals up. Yes, this is a Forge the Crystal run. So they're looking for the Adamant and the Legend Sword, so they can go to Kokol the Blacksmith in the Underground to forge that crystal. And AgentZero heading up against Wyvern again, with a better complement of spells and some more people. He's going to see if he can't get Ceriam here. Konkers is clearing out Troya Castle here, trying to get some decent equipment. But Nope's out yet again. And it looks like AgentZero is going to be heading into his Baron Inn fight, finding those lunar dragons. And since they're undead, Cure Magic will actually damage them, using that to his full advantage. And Dr. Cossack is still going head to head with Ogopogo. And looks like Konkers is going to be heading into his Baron Inn fight as well. Looks like Fusoya is running out of MP pretty quickly for Dr. Cossack. This battle of attrition is not working out well for him. And AgentZero gets his completes the Baron infight and getting his Earth Crystal. And drcossack does take down Ogopogo. And we'll get to see who the two characters are here in up at the top of top of Tower Zot. That looked like Palom. I didn't get to see it very well, but it looks like drcossack is noping out. Or maybe there he is. There he is going in to save. Yeah. Nope, it was Porum, not Palom. My apologies. Meanwhile, Fendes is heading up to top of Mount Ordeals here, and he'll find Plague for the first fight. We'll see if he's able to take that out. And looks like Sid is the second character at the top of Tower Zot, so no new characters there. And we'll see who the second boss is there, and our key item for victory. And it's Mylon, so this shouldn't be too bad. Fire 2 will take out all those gas and do some pretty decent damage to Mylon. AgentZero heading up Tower Zot here, about to find his Ogopogo, and Fendes ends up noping out of that Plague fight. And I'm gonna try it again. And Konkers is taking out some of the easy boss spots. Finds Baigen at the Octomom spot. AgentZero finding the consequences for casting magic against Ogopogo with that blaze counter. Looks like Fendes is noping out of Mount Ordeals. That Plague is certainly proving to be a roadblock for our runners here. But with no Cecil and no Tella, and our path to the underground already open, I'm honestly not surprised. And drcossack has taken down Mylon, so we'll get to see our key item for the Tower Zot before our players head through Eblin Cave and try to make their way underground. But AgentZero has fallen against Ogopogo. And Dr. Cossack finds the pan, which we use to smack Yang upside the head in the Sylph Cave, so that's a good find before heading underground. Dr. Cossack heading into heading to pick up his hovercraft so he can reach the Eblin Cave. And Fendez going up against Plague again. We'll see if he's able to take him down this time. Taking advantage of a good mechanic where Plague will constantly... Nope, he nopes out, never mind. But he was trying to take advantage of a mechanic where if one of the characters does not have the countdown mechanic on him, Plague will recast it and refresh the timer for everybody. Like Konkers has found Kainazo. I didn't happen to see where he was when he found it, but we'll find out here momentarily. Based on the background, maybe Lower Babel? Yeah, at this point, there's no way to tell who's in the lead at this point, just because there's no clear key item advantage, especially since no one's found the adamant or the legend sword yet. Looks like Dr. Cossack is heading into Eblon Castle. Gonna loot those chests there. There's gonna be 3 trap chests, so that'll be some good experience as well. And Konkers takes down Kanatsu. Yep, and he's in Lower Babel, so that was the King and Queen Eblin spot, and he's now heading into his Dr. Luge fight here momentarily. He'll probably run back and save. Oh no, he's just gonna go right for it. Looks like Fendez just clearing out some easy bosses, get Fu some extra health and spells here. While Cossack is still cleaning out Eblin Castle and AgentZero doing some shopping here. AgentZero's heading up Tower of Zod at this point, and Fendez is heading through Eblin Cave. We'll see if it looks like he's already cleared out all of the chests, so he'll be heading into Lower Babel here pretty quick. Konkers just made it into the second part of the Dr. Luge fight, but he's down 2 characters, and so he's going to have a rough time with it. And eats a laser to the face and goes down. So that can be the real roadblock here. Is this is the Rubicon spot here has quite the excuse me, has quite the magic ability. So he'll have to redo that King and Queen Eblin fight. And it looks like he's gonna nope out and go grind a little bit probably. Cossack is heading up Mount Ordeals here. I believe this is the second time for him heading. No, it's got to be the first if he's just picking up those treasure chests, and he'll run into his plague fight here. Treasure chests are not being helpful to our players here. Hoping with Rosa and Porum in the party, you're hoping to find Artemis bow, Artemis arrows, turn Rosa into that power archer, let her be able to crank out some real damage. Looks like Konkers is going to take up Mount Ordeals himself, try and get Fusoya some of those extra hit points and spells here. Those 3 bosses, that's going to be a total of 300 hit points and 9 spells, so that'll be a big boon for him. Try and get past Dr. Luga. And Fendes heading into his Kainazo fight. And Konkers starting his Plague fight. And Cossack wipes against Plague. Like Cossack is going to trying to take advantage of those mechanics here in the Plague fight. AgentZero taking down Mylon here by the skin of his teeth. And it looks like Cossack was finally able to take out Plague here with those reset strats. And he's going to run into a back attack Leviathan. And Leviathan going down with very little trouble for Dr. Cossack here. And Plague going down for Dr. Konkers. Or, I'm sorry, DjKonkers. My apologies. Make sure to follow these runners if you aren't already. Putting on a good show for you guys here. This seed is not being kind to them at all. finding the adamant up at the top of Mount Ordeals here. So Plague road blocking one of our major key items here, and Calbrenna up at the top. This spot has only got 1,000 hit points, so these dolls will go down quite easily as that hit point total is split between them. So one quick fire 2 or anything, and they'll burn to a crisp.
Got a few donations to read off if now's a good time.
That was a great time. Go ahead and read them off.
Perfect. We have a $25 donation from Cray Crace. 5 motherfucking deaths. This is why I don't do boogie % Kappa. Shout out to OG and Hyrule for being awesome. Hope you can get back on your feet, Siri. And then we have $75 donation from Disco and $20 donation from CMM1215, and thank you, Ceriam. And we also, I think we met another goal here as well. For Mega Man X 100%, the no Hado goal has been met, and got those already. Checking bid wars here real quick. Bid wars are still pretty stagnant, so right now we're killing the animals, doing Ridley first and Zero mission, and doing all dungeons in A Link to the Past randomizer, and we're fighting with the sword in that game as well.
Awesome. So let's keep those donations incoming for a great cause here.
Yes, please, guys. We've gotten so much already, and I'm sure Ceriam appreciates it. I know we're all happy that everyone's participating and checking out the marathon.
Awesome. Konkers heading into his Calbrenna fight up at the top of Mount Ordeals, and Fendez in his Balnab zombie fight. Still, so should be getting through this first phase of that fight before the actual full fight of that here. We'll see if he's able to get through, but Porum is down. Oh, and there's the self-destruct. Looks like AgentZero is heading up to Mount Ordeals here. Now that we know that the Adamant is here, this is going to be a very key location, and Plague is just going to be a major roadblock for these players until they can get some higher levels here to negate that fight. But with Dr. Luge blocking their access to the underground, this is just going to be a bit of a slog here for a while. Dr. Luge is just ripping into Fendez here. And that's going to be the end of the fight here, because Fusoi is asleep and everybody's dead. Yep, and he just nopes out. Meanwhile, Konkers is taking on Wyvern, trying to get Forum here. Finally deciding he needs that fourth character. And Cossack is heading back up, or back down Lower Babel here. Gonna see if he can't take out Keinatsu and Dr. Luge. AgentZero takes out Plague here before the timers run out. And AgentZero into his Leviathan fight, while Cossack is working on Keinatsu. And AgentZero taking down Leviathan. Big hit from Keinatsu onto Fusoya there for Dr. Cossack. Fendez still takes down Balnab. Gonna start pounding on Dr. Luge here. And AgentZero heading into his Calbrana fight, finding the app. And Keinatsu down for Dr. Cossack. And Cossack heading directly into his Luge fight. I'm honestly surprised none of them headed back to save after taking down Keinatsu, so they don't have to repeat. Especially since they've been having so much trouble with it. Dr. Lugie is really proving to be a roadblock for these runners here. This Rubicon spot can definitely prove to be so in a hook seed. Cossack seems to be having much better luck against Balnab than some of the other runners. Well, he was up until those last few moments. The speed of Dr. Luge is just wrecking everybody. I wouldn't be surprised to see everyone go into a grind. Fendez is heading up Mount Ordeal, is going to take out Plague. He's going to be the last of our runners, I believe, to get his adamant when he completes this. Fendez getting through his Plague fight. So, and with the other two fights being relatively simple comparatively, I fully expect him to be getting his adamant armor here very quickly. Or not adamant armor, I'm sorry, the adamant. Dr. Cossack heading back to save before he goes into his Luge fight. Konkers up against Luge right now. We'll see how they fare. Fendez getting his adamant. So right now it's a race underground, but Dr. Luge is proving to be just a major roadblock here. First person that gets through that is going to take a severe lead in this race. Everybody, do the medio. Pulling a Leviathan out with that Grimoire, that'll do some significant damage. It's not going to be the best thing ever, but it's better than nothing. Or better than a lot of the options he could have gotten. Surprised Cossack hasn't pulled out one of those silk webs he's got stockpiled. Slow down Dr. Luge here, because the speed is just wrecking him. And Cossack does it, takes down Dr. Luge and has taken a significant lead in this race. Fendez heading through Tower of Zot here, trying to get some extra hit points here for Fu and some spells. And see if anything up there is worth it. And he'll be happy to find his pan. Dr. Cossack is finally underground. Head straight for Dwarf Castle and that free recovery pot. And we'll see where he goes from here. Probably gonna head straight into Dwarf Castle and pick up his character there and the key item. Darn you, Luca. And that looks to be the Dark Imps, based on that sprite. Yep, Dark Imps it is. So this will be a relatively easy fight for Dr. Cossack, especially compared to Dr. Luge. The question being is, will we get our 5th character? And if so, who will it be? Will it be our, as is tradition, Edward or Tella? AgentZero falling against Dr. Luge. Konkers is going to have some trouble with this Luge fight here. 2 people down. Heading into the 2nd phase. And Cossack gets by the Dark Imps. Time to see who our character is. Oh, and he finally learns Quake on Fusoya. Looks like Odin will... No, that's King Queen Evelyn, so... Oh, and there's Kane. We've got another fighter here on our hands. That'll make things really helpful. One quick Quake and these 2 should go down. And there it goes. And that's a good way to get King some quick, fast XP. Dr. Cossack finds the darkness crystal, so there's our secondary path to the moon. Looks like Cossack is gonna forego the Avenger sword on Kane for the Gungear spear. And he's gonna make a tidy profit selling off all that crystal gear. And the Excalibur waiting for Dr. Cossack in the land of summoned monsters. Everyone else here in the lower tower of Babel, fighting against either Kainazo or Dr. Luge here. Looks like AgentZero finally got through his Luge fight and will be right on Dr. Cossack's heel. Cossack is heading up the lower tower of Babel. Gonna turn in that tower key and kill off the cannon boss. Looks like it's Octomom here. And it goes down with just a quick smack. Both Fendes and Conker still in their Luge fight. And AgentZero heading into his Dark Imp fight here. This should come through here very quickly. And we've got Antlion at the top of Lower Tower of Babel. And Fendez getting through his Dr. Luge fight. Konkers taking advantage of that silk web on Dr. Luge, slow him down a little bit. Dark Imp's giving AgentZero some trouble, but he makes it through. And Cossack takes out the Antlion as AgentZero heads into his King Queen Eblin fight. And I missed what item he got there. Can't see it on his tracker either. Did anyone in chat happen to catch? Cossack picking up the Baron key from the tower location. Looks like Dr. Cossack is going to be heading up to the moon here. Cossack not heading up to the moon. Looks like Konkers did finally get underground here. Is heading into the dwarf castle here. Cossack is going to go ahead and head into Baron. Fendez in the Sylph Cave here, gonna smack Yang with the pan here real quick. Best sound in the game. Gonna get a nice item here from the Sylphs. Gonna get Cat Claw, which is gonna end up being effectively useless. And Cossack finding the Baron Inn guards here in Baron Castle. And they're going to go down to a quick Quaker. Looks like AgentZero is in the Sylph Cave as well, as Konkers heads into Land of Summon Monsters, better known as the Feymar. And it looks like the King of Baron is going to be Mylon Z. One quick nuke from Fu, and he's going to go down. Oh, and there's the Legend Sword from from Sheila. Sheila holding the goods. So AgentZero is now in go mode, and he has a significant advantage. He just needs to do his grind, and he can finish up. Dr. Cossack getting the package from the Baron Castle. He needs to go through the Sylph Cave and talk to Sheila. And looks like that's what he's doing. And AgentZero activating his darkness crystal, getting his big whale. It looks like with the lack of sirens, he's probably going to be doing a D machine grind based on what he's got, but that's just what I think. Not especially since I haven't seen sirens anywhere. Konkers in his Dark Imp fight. Should be picking up Kane here pretty quick. And Dr. Cossack picking up his Legend Sword. Oh, and there are sirens on the moon. So there's our grind. So now it's just a matter of time for AgentZero. Looks like AgentZero is going to be doing an egg grind here. And he heads underground to forge his crystal. Dr. Cossack and AgentZero getting their crystal almost at the same time. The only advantage is AgentZero has those sirens to be able to start his grind almost immediately, whereas Cossack does not have those sirens to be able to do his grind. So we'll see which one of these runners is able to get his grind on first. Fendes heading into his antline fight at the top of Lower Tower of Babel. Looks like AgentZero is going to keep Quorum low here. Use her as his agility ink. And Cossack is heading into the Hummingway. He's going to check that shop here real quick, and he is going to find his sirens. Konkers has activated his Darkness Crystal and getting his whale. Fendes is now heading back down the Lower Tower of Babel, and I missed what the antline gave, but it's inconsequential at this point. Since we know where our Adamant and Legend Sword are, Fendes needs to get into Self Cave and smack Yang with the pan. And Cossack's going to be starting his grind here.
Also got some donation updates if now's a good time too.
Now is a wonderful time while we're waiting on the grind.
Perfect. So we got a $52 donation from Third Strong EST MOL. 11 miss your streams, boss. Take my final peace offering. Goal is too low. Please raise. Ceriam needs all the support he can get right now. Thank you so much for that donation. And I was looking at the bid wars. It looks like it went to Save the Animals. So Save the Animals is now in the lead. Want to kill those animals? Feel free to donate more to that. We also added some goal incentives for runners as well. For the Super Metroid Randomizer, there's a $100 incentive for all runners to use the Spazer instead of Plasma. And there's another $50 incentive for all runners to have to find, pick up, and use the Space Jump. For the Wii Sports Resort, there's a Quack percent for an extra $50 incentive. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is a Flitwick Boogaloo. That's how you say that. That's another $50. And for Goof Troop, there's a character swap for another $50 incentive. And we might have some more coming at you, and I'll be sure to keep you all updated with that too.
Awesome. Looks like Fendes is headed into the Luca Cave and has found the Mist Dragon. And Konkers is headed into Kokol the Smith and is getting his crystal here. And he'll be starting his grind up shortly. Looks like Konkers is going to be clearing out Lower Tower of Babel here for his last two key items, get his double experience gain before he starts his grind. AgentZero is happy with his levels, not so much with his gear, but he's happy with the levels, and looks like he's going to be heading into his Aromas fight here shortly. And Fendes takes down the Mist Dragon. Looks like drcossack has finished his grind as well. And is right on AgentZero's tail as they head into the Zeromas fight. Now we have a special flag that we like to use, and it changes the sprite for Zeromus. And so we'll see what we have here for you today. It does not change the mechanics of the fight at all. It just changes the sprite form. We've got one of the members of our community, Shala Kitty, has graciously added. I think we're up to over 250 different possible sprites for Zeromus. So we'll see who we get today. That's a new one on me. Zekomus? Not sure where that one's from. Looks like AgentZero is going to go with straight Zerk strats here, and is just going to let Sid and Kane do their thing while Rosa keeps him healed up. Cossack is getting the transformation on for Zeromus here, so it's going to be neck and neck. Fendes stopping into the Mist Village here. It's going to see what Rydia's mom has here for us, but it's not going to be what we're looking for. And it's the Sand Ruby at Rydia's mom. Meanwhile, AgentZero and drcossack still going head to head with Zekomus. And Konkers just getting his grind going here. Not sure why Cossack used the crystal against an already transformed Zeromus there. Not sure what was going on there. Probably just trying to activate the counter nuke to nerf the Big Bang, but it did not work. And it looks like Cossack is going to wipe on Zeromus here. Zeromus just being extra speedy and causing some problems for him. Looks like he's going to go grind some more. And AgentZero hitting the medial phase, that means he's just about to take out Zeromus and win this race. And there's the Crackle Bang. Get your GGs in chat for AgentZero. He finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1:54.08. And Fendez completing the Dark Knight Cecil fight here. Looks like he is up on the moon, I believe. No, he is in the he's in the Magnus cave here. And gets a pink tail for a reward, which he can turn in for an adamant armor. Meanwhile, both Konkers and Cossack continue their grind. Fendez is going to turn that in, get his adamant armor. Best armor in the game. Looks like Dr. Cossack feels he's got enough levels. He's going to go give Zeromus another go here. Hopefully he's resolved those agility problems, and he's got enough HP to survive those big bangs. Health totals for Dr. Cossack looking much better here. Konkers here is still in his grind here. Should be finishing up here pretty quick. Oh, looks like he's done. He's comfortable. He's gonna head up for he's gonna go pick up some additional stuff, and should be heading for his Aromas fight here pretty quick.
Oh, hold on, let me unmute Discord real quick. All right, hello.
Hey, AgentZero, GG.
Thank you, GG. Holy.
Oh, that Dr. Luge, huh?
Oh my God, I wanted to like. Words cannot explain how much that Luge pissed me off, especially when he like one-shot my Fusoya with a laser at like 2K. I was like, what? You were just doing 100.
Laser versus beam. Laser versus beam. But GG's.
Thank you. Whew.
Yeah, that was a run. This seed was just not nice.
No, lunar bosses everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of people were smacking their heads against Wyvern for quite early on in the seed. I was surprised that people spent that much time on.
Yeah, no, I did it once. I said, screw it. I'll come back, maybe with Fusoya. Came back with Fusoya, still got bodied. Said, screw it. Don't care. Porum's not worth it. But I got Porum anyway, so.
Yeah, thankfully at Mount Hobbs it's early on enough where you can just come back later and just smack it upside the head a couple of times and power through it. Dr. Cossack's still on his Z fight right now. He actually was the first to get through Dr. Luge, but you made the right choice going almost directly into the Sylph Cave. Once you made it underground.
Yeah, no, I like to basically, if I have the pan, I'm going to Yang because I know it's going to get me 2 easy key items, you know?
Yeah,
And
especially since you're right there coming out of Lower Tower of Babel.
yeah, I figure I'll check I'll check Land of Summons first, get the key item there, and then see if there's sirens there or something, and then just go straight to the Sylph Cave and get those 2 key items done.
Yeah, and with Sirens on the Moon, you were
Sirens and Bacchus.
Yeah, Sirens and Boxes on the Moon pulling that was a real treat to find, especially since they weren't anywhere else. It looked like I was before you had checked that, I was thinking people were going to end up having to do a D machine grind.
I'm so glad I didn't have to do a D machine grind, because I'll be totally honest, I do not know how to do the D machine grind with or without sirens.
Yeah, it can be a tricky thing to pull off, but um, yeah, there is a little there's an image floating around with a map on how to do it, um,
Mm,
with instructions and everything. That's available in the Discord, I believe.
mm.
I'll have to make sure that gets floated around again.
Wait, does Fendes think that the crystal is a key item and not forged?
I don't know. It
I
must be that makes that's about the only thing that makes sense here. Cause he,
uh
oh no,
oh my god. That sucks.
that's horrible. That's the only explanation here. I didn't realize that.
Hopefully he remembers that we're on a forged crystal seed soon, because
Yeah, that's just no good. Yeah, and he takes Odin, he takes the Zentetsuken to the face.
damn. Jeez. Honestly, I'll be totally. I was expecting to come in last, because the last practice races we did, I I came in last. So having this, and I was always looking for a sub 2 hour, because Cossack was doing like below an hour and a half and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy right now.
Yeah, this being C3, you guys dodged a bullet with no Edward or Tella here,
Oh
and oh, Fendez is he's generally confused here. Looks like he noped out of the package spot. Looks like he didn't want
yeah.
Porum there.
Well, wait, doesn't he already have Porum, or am I mistaken?
Oh yeah, he does. Look, I don't think he's done Dwarf Castle yet.
Oh wait. Oh. For a second there, I thought he was going to the Smith.
No, he's gonna do Dwarf Castle first.
Well, I mean, he kind of needs to get this over with anyway, because the Darkness Crystal is here, right?
That it is. So he'll need that to pick up his Sirens and Bacchuses if he wants them. But yeah, he's lagging behind here.
Yeah. Oh, Conker's going for wall nuke strats.
That he is, and looks like Cossack still just has Kane and Cecil's zerked, just like you were doing.
Yeah, no, honestly, if I have 2 good enough physical attackers, I'm just gonna zerk them.
Always a good strategy. Yeah, if you're especially if you're only black mage is foo, you're gonna be running out of magic points quite frequently. You're better off just zerking your melee attacker.
Yeah, and plus I couldn't find Cure 3s, so, how am I gonna heal the person that has the wall on?
Cure 3s, I saw them. I think they were in Dwarf Castle. I don't remember for sure though.
Maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me then, because I don't remember them being there.
Very possible. But I know I saw them somewhere.
Hmm. When I saw Kane in the Dwarf Castle, I was so happy.
I know, it was finally a good attacker besides Sid. Everything else was just, you just weren't handed a very good party until he showed up.
Yeah. And even then, like, all I got for him was Gungnir. You know, I didn't. He had like 2 things of iron armor still on him. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say you had a couple of Avenger swords, which would have worked really well for him.
I tried to put on the Avenger sword; it wouldn't let me equip it.
It's two-handed.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. See,
And there's the crackle bang for DrCossack. Get your GG's chat for him. He finishes in second place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, 34 seconds.
GG's Cossack. GG's. Ooh, Konkers is looking like he's in trouble. Maybe not.
He's still got Rose and his 2 melee attackers up. He could. Oh, there's Virus. That's not good.
Wait, is that
Oh,
is that a Rosa?
Oh no!
Unless even in Meteor phase, I feel like he's still gonna reset.
He's just gotta pray to the RNG gods. And Rose is not doing that much damage.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and he nopes out. He's got to reboot.
Well, that gives Wait, where did Fendes get the white spear?
No clue. Yeah, but yeah, Kane's still chugging along with with iron armor for him.
Where the hell did he get the rune hex? I'm going in there with an ogre and a Gungnir, and this guy's got like everything.
Yeah, he cleared out. It probably just opened a lot more chests than you did, though.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to open monster chests and waste time. Oh! He's forging the crystal.
There he goes. I think he finally remembered.
About how long do you think it'll take Fendes to finish this grind and zero miss?
We're looking at probably at least another 10 minutes.
Well, let's hope he one-shot zero miss.
That should be, depending on how much he grinds, that shouldn't be too bad. He's got the gear to pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was the Twin Heart music? Because Fendes did that, right?
I don't know. We didn't switch over to it.
Oh. I'll replay the seed and figure out what Twin Harp is, just for you guys. Not tonight, though.
Yeah, not tonight. I don't expect you to. This seed was
horrible.
Yeah. It was a slog.
Like, Jesus. Why would you do this to me? Why? I did not deserve this torture. You know what's funny, on the pretty nice seeds, I'm doing like 2+ hours. On troll seeds, hour 50. Like, what? Alright. Alright, me. I don't know why we're throwing so hard, but we're throwing.
Note to self, stop throwing.
Hell yeah. Alright, well, I've got to go. Thanks for having me for this interview. Thanks for, allowing me to partake in this marathon.
Well, thank you so much for providing the entertainment. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to follow our runners, AgentZero, drcossack, DjKonkers, and FendestheTrue. And thank them for providing all of this entertainment for us and helping this great cause.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you haven't already, donate. Get some good incentives. You already made me forge the crystal. Why not make some other people suffer?
Absolutely. Have a great night.
Yeah, have a good one. I'm out.
And Fendez is up to the moon, finds his Bacchus swines and sirens. So he'll be getting his grind on, and he'll be heading up to Zeromus here after his grind here in just a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, DjKonkers is still heading through his Zeromus fight. And we'll see how well he comes through here. Conker's getting those Bacchus wines reapplied after the black hole, negating all the magical effects. Everyone just pushing ahead here as quickly as they can. Just winding down here. Ooh, that's like not worth it. Food taking a nuke to the face. And There's another black hole negating the berserks on Kane and Sid. Random nuke phase. DjKonkers still progressing nicely. Random medio phase, or a medio phase for Konkers. He's got less than 10,000 HP to go. One good solid nuke to the face should end this fight here for Konkers. Crackle bang GG for DjKonkers. Get those GGs in chat. He's finished in 3rd place with an official SRL time of 2:19:05. And Fendez is going to be heading into his Aroma's fight here very quickly. Throwing that silk web just a little too soon. And using that Avenger sword here to auto berserk Kane. And gets that other silk web off. Slowing down Zeromus here. And nerfing the first Big Bang. Or it looks like Rose is putting out some good damage. He must have found the Artemis bow, or a samurai bow at least. And because I did see those Artemis arrows. Fusoya getting counter nuked here. Arm goes down to the Big Bang. Not sure why Fendes threw up a Star Veil, unless he's gonna try and counter nuke, but it doesn't matter because the black hole nullifies it. Oh, Big Bang going off before he can get the heal, down to just Fusoya and Sid. Time to throw in, trying to get some recovery going. Using a heal to set up the nuke to try and nerf the Big Bang. We'll see if it's successful. Ooh, and it worked. That's a good thing for Fendes here. Random nuke phase directly to Fusoya's face. Thankfully, he's got the magic resist to survive. We'll see if he's able to survive, get another Cure 4 off before the Big Bang comes. There's the next Big Bang, but everyone's gun topped off, so he should come through this on the other side. Oh, never mind, Foo's down. And everyone else is berserked, so set the controller down and hope. Oh, there's random meteor face. There's the meteor face. He's got a chance here. Crackle Bang GG. Get your GGs in chat for Fendes. He finishes in 4th place with an official SRL time of 2:29.29. GG.